thing. It's fucking awful. Fucking awful.
All around the world, same song. Infidels, twitch.tv/Conspiracy Horsemen. Full roster tonight here, so get ready because it's La Familia. I'll explain later, but for now, let me get back to the paper. We're all a couple bands down, and then we're trying to get back. We gave another grip. Here's a $5 face slap, Infidels, from the Conspiracy Horsemen tonight. Your moment of truth and a weakness all around the world. We got to correct it tonight. Here, twitch.tv/Conspiracy Horsemen. YOLO. Yeah, man, filling up on YouTube too. Ben Hameen channel. I see you guys out there in New Hampshire, from Texas. Bernie, DC, Justin French, Tuttles, Real El Plaza, first in the house. I'm sure we're going to get the numbers up because people are just getting worn out, man. So hop on board and we'll walk you through this match. We got some of the best ring generals around. GGP, man, I can see you're boiling over already, dude. Let's get some emotion out going, man. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Fuck everyone.
That's my tag partner. How much do you want to charge Envy for the belts this week? What's it up to?
$7,000
Wow, that's a big jump from 1,000, but I'm with you.
per belt.
Oh wow. Let's get paid, man. Bookie Monster calls it, dude. He's ready to go. We'll see who's next back on set as he represents all the time. Crip side, Blue Gang, Blue World Order, super kick to your face. It's Big Stevie Cool, man. Lockdown 5. Use the code.
Yeah, I'm here actually in honor of the office of the president-elect. I actually have my FDR lap blanket that I have right here, so I'm ready to go outside and see people and be hidden.
Nice. Oh, Sally Balls can't hide from anybody, even if he's at the indie shows and he's right out in the open. You you got to say what's up to the man. Sally, how you doing? Dream of Sal fornication. Do I? Yeah, I do. Dream of Sal.
You can't help it. It's just, and then every time I hear FDR, the FDR lap blanket, I just think of Werewolf Polio from FDR American Badass. One of the best movies ever made.
I've never seen that. I saw that the Vampire Hunter. Lincoln, everybody, we got to do a watch along, and everybody will hate it.
Listen, FDR, just so they could demonetize your channel. FDR American Badass. You need to watch that and just enjoy it for the history that it is.
It's got to be on Amazon Prime. That's usually the place where it lands, right?
It is. It is absolutely tremendous. And if you don't, I own it. I will send you the copy I have.
We'll find it. I have Ben can get me a link.
Yeah, I'm sure I can track it down. I had
Can you tell me the synopsis real quick before we go forward. The synopsis, or is the title just tell you?
The synopsis is FDR. He winds up with polio from being attacked by a werewolf because werewolves give polio, and it's all a Nazi plot. All the Axis are all werewolves, and that's he is standing up for America, and it is one of the best documentaries I have ever seen on the subject. The things we wouldn't know, but we're told by this movie. And executive producer, Kevin Sorbo. That's right, Hercules did this shit. I did not know that motherfucker had this level of sense of humor. This kicked up respect for him, for me, in tenfold. This guy was amazing.
So do you think a sequel to this be Joe Biden, American Badass, where Frankenstein gives him dementia? And he goes,
Frankenstein bites him and gives him dementia. And
he can't see very well, and he gets around by scent. He has to sniff everything.
It's like Daredevil, yeah.
As they put him back together, some of the senses didn't work anymore, but he's got a really strong sense of smell. Oh man, it's filling up quick. 44 strong. As we are live here, twitch.tv/Conspiracy Horsemen. If you're listening on Hacker Hameen channel or on Russo's brand, come on over and join us. Also in the Discord, that's where it's going down. In the DMs, having a good time talking some real talk there as well. So appreciate everybody in the community, Hameen Media Discussion Group, doing the Pick'em challenges, having a good time together, and not taking it too rough on each other as we try and honor every opinion, man. I was listening to Wednesday Locker Room today, and I just a shout out because he might be listening right now. And the Billy Ray Valentine, I think the crowd went a little too rough on him out of the gate. So I wanted to send him some love and respect early on here, man. That he's trying to do the right thing, what he is for his audience. And I was listening to him again today, and I just wanted to shout him out because that can be tough when you're just getting ribbed on by the locker room and you got to take it for 2 or 3 weeks. Everyone's been in that situation where a little something happens and it can wear you down, having to see it from even the lowest of the low come through. So no heat, man. It's all love. We wouldn't rib you if we fucking didn't want to get a rise out of you. That's all. Sal, was that good? Is that how you wanted me to do it?
That's exactly how I was going to say it.
Okay. I know, coaching me up.
Well, I know there's the language barrier between us. I know normally like the translation, but that's exactly pretty much how I was saying it.
I said it in Spanish right there.
Yeah, so it made sense.
Oh, man. I figure, well.
Stevie's out. He didn't like the Spanish comment.
Oh, boy. He says, that was.
What's happening? What's going on here?
Blanket had me going there. There's something serious. Is there a fire? Oh, no. That's Odin time. Odin gets the blanket. Ah, shit. PGP. You got a fucking moose on, brother.
What's that?
You want to talk about shifting heat? Maybe you need a fucking date night out with AOC and you guys can double date. That'd be good.
Hell no.
Come on, you wouldn't even hate fuck that idiot?
Who? Billy Ray Valentine? He'll be
Yes.
holding my pocket all night long. I'll be selling his ass on the corner for a lot of fucking cigarettes. Trust me. We'll take the what is it called? Anagram, whatever the hell the initials are called together, right? An anagram.
Yeah.
We'll reword them instead of Billy Ray Valentine. We'll come up with something better.
Papa Ray.
Well, catch me up on this. I know I was just giving Odin loves the FDR lap blanket, so I had to give it to him.
Yeah.
I did listen to a little bit of it, and I couldn't stop laughing, so I had to go back a couple times. What is happening with him? What is going on with Billy Ray Valentine?
He called the election for what it was, but he thinks that we're all in a Trump psyop as opposed to sitting outside of the box looking at it objectively, while Biden, like, they want us to bite on the fact that there's all these little traps from the post office to the Pennsylvania system where they shut it down to the 100,000 in Wisconsin. And then there isn't this, and this guy says that. And he thinks all those are psyops, like an ongoing psyop where we are looking at those things and going, yeah, no shit, because we knew about Cambridge Analytica. We knew about Shadowgate. We knew about this, that, or the other. So he's not like stumping for the other side. He's just saying, I called this, and like and everyone's feeding for it right now. And he's trying to wake people up from that. He's not trying to get over the other side, but the AOC thing automatically becomes an awesome locker room rib, and you got to get your shit in and wear the bit out until it fucking is dead and flogged, until you can let it die and then bring it back 6 months from now in a callback, and it's fucking hilarious again. So we're just in that phase, and that's just how it is. I don't think he's fucking, pumped for Biden or anything like that, and he's definitely not pumped for Trump. Who is? But like, the deal with Biden is the same deal that we fucking did the Lannister execution on Hillary Clinton's campaign with the crossbow.
What did he say though?
They're going to have all those deals again. All the deals we were in before, they're all going to come back rebranded with new rules where they figured out how to get even more taxation out of the system, the whole nine. Go ahead, Sally.
Well, no, the thing that shocked me, I think, the most about Billy Ray was that he goes, now, and of course, now, whenever anybody brought up a cage and somebody said, well, Obama built the cages, people would get heated and go, why do you bring up Obama every time? Why don't you just focus on Trump, damn it? This time, we were like, yeah, but, this whole thing, the rules got changed, and, bro, the rules got changed back with Obama. That was all the shit that went on in 2016. All the shit that went on. All he kept doing was kicking back to past things, saying, "Well, there was always corruption. There's always corruption." Right, but the rules have completely changed this time. We're not just talking about the little voting booths. Now we're talking about an entire new level of fuckery being put in. And he was just like, "Oh, but back in the day, this happened. This happened to Obama. This happened to Hillary." Like, okay, and like it just. He seemed to become the person that he's always talked against.
Yeah.
And then he spun it on us and was like, "You guys are all fucking taking the Kool-Aid."
That's it, dude. Here's the other thing, and I'm not trying to call him a mark, whatever. You got to understand from his point of view what it's like walking into the fucking beast of facing two ECW guys, me and GGP, who can fucking tear your leg off like a pit bull, dude. Like, that ain't no easy task for a nice guy trying to fucking get his shit over and get wah, wah, wah. Dude, that's like fighting.
Stevie, what you didn't see maybe, and this is not, and I got a little heated at this, but it's Billy Ray, and I love Billy Ray. He's cool. He's good people. But he started going in on the fans, like the guys in the room. He's like, "Oh, you guys need to get away from those people. Yeah. Those people." What, you mean the fucking smooth brain idiots in the room? Yeah, they're idiots, but there are idiots. Like, I don't understand.
65 idiots strong right now.
65 of you morons are here. And it's like, and they're like, well, no, you guys got to get away from these people. What? These are the people.
Going to do a show with no people?
Yeah, these are the people. This is the country, dude.
Well, here's the thing. If you're looking at what the mainstream media appears to be the uprising and the majority, that's the people that we need to go towards. I mean, there's a lot of psyops. There's psyops on both sides. Everything. It's called a campaign. They're called campaign ads. They're called it. Literally, Trump lied, of course, Twitter thumbs, and Biden openly got caught in many lies with many more people watching, and still, to some degree, on some surface, won the election, as it appears now.
He hasn't.
Here's won. That's what I was about to say, GGP. Then you can follow it up. Because the media told everybody immediately this cognitive dissonance and this whatever it is, a confirmation bias or whatever you call it. You can't change anybody's mind now, just like you can't change anybody's mind with new information. This is the ultimate not changing anybody's mind, although there are facts and there are things going on that just refuse to be addressed. And if Trump goes over, and maybe that's the larger psyop, the media wants it to be twice as bad as it was over the summer. Because how fucking hot are these people going to be? Because I know one thing. If anybody wrongs my family, I'm going across the street to Target. I'm taking a TV. Justice for Odin.
That will be served. Yeah. GGP, take it.
The media, unfortunately, they're following the premise that if you tell a lie enough times, it becomes the truth. And just like Stevie said, the media has no right to declare a winner in an election, in any election, governor, president, fucking pie eating contest. Doesn't matter. The Electoral College is the ones who have to sit down and say who the president is. It's done through the Constitution, aka the law of the land. So here's the premise that I was thinking about this week. They do all the recounts. They do all the shenanigans, all the tomfoolery that they're going to do now. Trump goes over. What's going to happen? Riots are going to ensue. Civil war is going to break out. Who gets the most coverage? Who gets all the ratings? Who gets all the advertising revenue? The news. Because they're going to be covering it. They set up the situation. Here's another little scenario that happens. We know that propaganda in this country was illegal for the longest time until the Obama administration. He made it legal to combat foreign propaganda, which makes no goddamn sense in my view. So what happens? Now, all headlines, all news stations can put out a story, a smear campaign, if you will, like Nancy fucking Crypt Keeper Pelosi said. Defame somebody, make them look how they want them to look. And whether it's true or not doesn't matter. The damage has been done. A retraction will happen. No one will read the retraction. The damage has already been done because that first impression has been casted in a 24-hour news cycle. They moved on to something else. And they already have a perception of said person or said situation in their mind. It can't be changed. So, Trump wins. All these people in the media don't get written up for treason. All these politicians don't get written up for treason. Trump doesn't make propaganda illegal again, then he's in on the deal. And he's working with everybody just to make himself the villain, to get the highest ratings, to have bragging rights, so that when he does get out of office after his 8 years, if it is in 8 years, what happens? Trump News Network, right? Or Trump News Today, or whatever the fuck he's going to call it. Trump News Now, whatever. Takes all the Fox viewers. He's making scuttle. If he loses, he'll whine and complain for the next 4 years. He'll open up his Trump News Network, take all the Fox people, make a ton of scuttle. So at the end of the day, follow the money.
He's over. Yeah, no, I'm with you on that, man. I know we've been going on the election front the last 4 shows, and a lot of people have been enjoying it because of the heaters, and we did some Maddie McCann, and no word from JonBenet Ramsey at Starbucks in New York.
No, mine either.
Oh, my wife saw it. She's like, this came up in my suggested. Who is I was following this person? Dude.
Yeah, I want to get her on Career Junkie podcast to teach us about barista.
She might have been better off if the other thing happened.
Points.
Oh, shit.
Points. Oh shit.
Well, me and Chuck
Gotta
did
bring
come
people
up
up to speed on that, on this person.
Ooh,
there's a girl
she
in
inspired us.
There's a girl in New York City who is apparently a barista at a Starbucks somewhere who claims to be JonBenet Ramsey, that she was MK Ultra, and that even Matthew McConaughey is like
and Margaret.
And Aunt Margaret, like they brought her up like through some Illuminati handling program. That's what happened to her. And some things that she shows herself, and other things are these cryptic posts of like about how I miss my family and all this, my real family. And
John and Patsy.
You're like, what the fuck? Then she sent these voicemails, 4 of them, to this other podcast. I haven't heard back from them yet either. Where she's saying this stuff, and it's sounding pretty MK Ultra or some type of mental illness. So fuck it. I mean, we don't always have to cover the hard-hitting politics. Conspiracy Horsemen, we like some fucking wild out shit, man. We like some lizard people in Antarctica with UFOs and shit. So why not follow up on Starbucks JonBenet Ramsey if we fucking can? You know what I mean?
She is in New York City, right?
Yes. Yes.
I do remember talking to Billy Ray, and he met her and said she was a very nice person.
I think he was dating
like
her
AOC.
first. She inspired me and Chuck. We're going to pitch. We have an elevator pitch for a new cartoon idea called the JBM Inc. And it's going to be like a pup named Scooby Doo, and it'll be her and a CGI magic paintbrush who solve mysteries.
I think you get over. I had to picture it all in my head.
My wife just rejected my date night on the FDR movie. That's why I was looking at it.
Oh, come on.
Just trying to spend quality time. We can't help
What
you
is the
there.
deal? You see, that's why people look outside the marriage for fun.
Supposedly the best line in the movie is "Shut the fuck up, Einstein."
Oh yes, and
is that Albert Einstein? The actual,
yes. Yeah, and he tells his wife, he tells Eleanor, and he says, "Quiet down, kitten tits. The men are talking."
Oh, this does sound like a date movie.
Oh, it's completely a date movie.
How the hell did they use that line in the movie,
bro?
How do they steal fucking Stevie's nickname for Justin French? I don't get it.
Well,
how did that work? There's no coincidences.
Stevie's got a co-author credit on it from back in the day. That was one of the projects he worked on. After
Dougie Mack, we're talking about they cover everything.
I gave FDR that blanket.
He took it back from him.
That's the real FDR
blanket.
Yeah, tell him to wash all the polio off of it.
It's all right. You give FDR the blanket. You give fucking Justin French the Roman war helmet. It's all good.
I'll tell you, here's the deal. Kevin Sorbo is actually conservative. He's a Trump Republican.
Yeah, yes,
he could very well make the Biden American Badass movie with Frankenstein giving him dementia.
I couldn't believe it, man. I could not fucking believe this. When I saw it, well, first of all, he plays Abraham Lincoln in the movie. And yes, Abraham Lincoln shows up in the movie. I'm not going to ruin it. I'm not going to ruin this for you. but yeah, there's a lot going on, and when I saw he was an executive producer, his stock went up in my book.
I can't go so Abraham Lincoln in a movie from 1945.
FDR needs help. He needs some help. That's all I'm going to say.
That's
He didn't do this on his own, Stevie.
Twitch.tv/horror junkyard, usually right after the Conspiracy Horsemen, all this kind of talk, having a good time. You want to talk these fun movies. Obviously, our boy Chuck's over there playing some video games. Sal's rooting them on and cracking jokes, Mystery Science Theater 3000 style. Get over there and interact with him, you guys.
Does he play GTA?
No. So far, we've just kind of been sticking to horror games.
Oh,
so
he doesn't play any racing games?
No.
So
what are we, rednecks?
I don't know. I figured he wanted to drive a pilot in the racing game. I don't know. You got to represent. Keep it ill, right? Keep it real.
I'm going to represent right now for the Brosters.com official 5-pound Vince Russo bro bag. Use the code BRO5LB and save $9 on that, because this segment is brought to you by the Brosters. Went into the supermarket this morning and just get some breakfast stuff that I needed. Grab 4 packs of fucking Angel Soft. Get up there, dude. The whole fucking aisle's filled with toilet paper. No, nothing, right? They just stocked at everything. Just 2, so 8 rolls. No, only 1 per. She goes. I said, okay, all right. I'm not even gonna fuck around. I just said thank you, walk out, put the groceries in, walk right back in the store, went and grabbed the fucking biggest one they got over there, 16 roll banger, walked up, self-checkout, fucking walk out again. Just like, here come the fucking rules, and it's rolling in from everywhere. Australia locked down, New York City locked down, New York State, Jersey, Ireland, I saw new restrictions as well. So, Plandemic 101, and here we go with the same fucking. Now this time, they're going to use the excuse, well, it's because we don't want to run on it and be shorted like last time. No, they know that that's going to cause more mania, more manic behavior, and push it. Here's the other one. Second story, part 2. Going out for wife number 144 and 233's birthday on Saturday. The day before, I had to go out and meet with a client that has a store in the mall, Cooperstown Connection, and shoot some new stuff for them. I pick up the Coach purse gimmick for their birthdays, and when I go through the toll booth, pay, right? And I see the chick's got a Fire Cuomo button on. I'm like, wow, that's pretty ballsy for a fucking, throughway worker to have that shit on, a political statement. But okay, I'm with you. Fuck that dude. Come back the next day to drive to go to the doctor-in-law's. All toll booth workers fired. All fucking take a picture of your license plate, and fucking when you get off, that takes it again, and we're mailing you the fucking toll, whatever it is. Either you have Easy Pass. No, not even Easy Pass. I don't think even works anymore. It's just going to be straight fucking.
It just straight takes your picture, sends it through. When I drove down to Florida, I didn't pay 1 fucking toll.
Yep. So here we go down the road. I gotta fucking do it. So not only weight of your car of what it should be, I'm sure they're taking that, and speed and time. So here comes the future of that. And it already happened to me once. Fucking coming back from Canada on the bridges, they was one of the first places to enact it coming back into America. $1 toll. You fucking forget about it, gets lost in the mail, whatever. After 90 days, $50 fine on a $1 fucking toll, bro. Okay, pay that when that comes in on internet, and they get more information from you that way. You're going from point A to point B, should take 46 minutes. It even 75 miles an hour, but you made it in 41 minutes, 5 miles over, $20 per mile. Here comes that instant $100 fucking fine. That's what's coming next on that, without a doubt. And even full tracking, not that we don't have it in our phones already. We can always make this. There was no vote on this, and the Thruway Authority is a private entity, I found out. And they were supposed to end tolling back in 95, and what did they do since then? Probably increased it 400-500% when they should have shut it down in the last 25 years. And now we're just going to fucking send it and we have all your information constantly. What if we fucking have new, I mean, they might be pulling you over for it, but can you see some type of way to blank out your license plate as you go through those things, some type of cloaking device so you can get on and off the highway cloaked and not and being able to trick that system? That's all I can fucking think about is how can we beat that fucking shit with some like automatic fucking drop down thing that comes right down in front of your license plate and then can raise back up so there's no way cops can't say that you got some shit, right? This seems easy to beat to me to some degree.
Well, or they didn't register it and here come the cops because they couldn't get your plate or something. It set some alarm off because it couldn't read it. What I'm thinking, this is all people saying, well, why bother driving? Let's just do self-driving cars. Or they're going to price people out of being able to drive their own vehicle in the meantime to where now you can take the public transportation. Here come the forest fires for the Hyperloop or whatever it is. There's two options. People might just be like, I don't even want to be bothered with this anymore. Bring on the driverless cars so I can be even dumbed down further.
Yep. I knew you had that point to make. I wanted to lead it there because we're, proverbially going down that road. Even when you want to get a driver's license, they're going to split that way too, right, Stevie? You want to be able to keep driving? That license costs $2,000. You want to be able just to have a vehicle and operate it? That's only $45 for a driverless car. They'll keep taxing and pricing and finding new ways to just take. Or if there's any of those tickets and they don't send you the fine, it'll just accrue on your license. So when you go to get your license next year, you spent $50 this year. Oh, it's $2,500. Well, why? Oh, you didn't pay this, that, or the other, and all that type of shit. More theft. And now there's nobody at the throughway points to bitch at. It's all faceless, nameless, digital. Just you're a fucking running through their maze and you're going to pay to fucking do it now.
Quick question on that. Do you think the toll worker knew they were getting fired the next day?
I think so. It was coming, but there was no big stink about it. Like toll workers in New York State are going to be done. Like that eliminated every one of those fucking jobs, bro. Gone from 8 hours across the fucking state, whatever it is, 58 exits. And how many bridges and how many, dude. And now it's all just, they don't have to pay those people's pensions. They don't have to pay nothing except for maintenance workers to make sure those fucking cameras are working the right way. Whew. I was hot this morning on the toilet paper. I'm not going to fucking lie. Because it's here. This week is Operation 2 of number 2 of the fucking pandemic of how they're going to start creating mania, the lockdown, the fucking you can't have Thanksgiving, but digitally we're canceling Christmas. Ouchie on the couchy. Fauci said that. Didn't you send that fucking GGP? They want to fucking cancel that. I don't know.
Didn't I also send the study from the science website where they published a study where the masks don't do anything.
I got it right here. If you want me to read it, and I'll
go ahead.
Yeah. Effectiveness of adding masks and recommendation to other public health measures to prevent SARS-CoV-2 infection in Danish mask wearers, a randomized control trial. This is from ACP Journals. Background is the observational evidence suggests that mask wearing mitigates transmission of severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus. It's uncertain if this observed association arises through the protection of uninfected wearers' protective effect via reduced transmission from infected mask wearers, the source control, or both. The design is to assess whether the recommended surgical mask outside the home reduces wearers' risk for SARS-CoV infection in a setting where masks were uncommon and not among recommended public health measures. It goes through the entire experiment of testing, and it says the result, a total of 3,030 participants were randomly assigned to recommendation to wear masks, and 2,994 were assigned to control. 4,862 completed the study. Infection with SARS-CoV-2 occurrence in 42 participants recommended masks, so 1.8%. And of the control participants, 53, 2.1%. The between group difference was negative 0.3 percentage. And then they calculate the ratios and multiple imputation accounting for loss to the follow-up yielded similar result, although the difference observed was not statistically significant. The 95% of CIs are compatible with a 46% reduction and a 23% increase in infection. That's with the mask wearers. You're 23% more likely.
It's okay. Keep wearing your masks. Here's another thing I saw today that just blew my mind. We're doing another lockdown and everyone has to stay home because when we did it's supposed to work, right? It's supposed to stop the curve. We did the first time, it didn't work. So why are we doing it again?
15 times? Just 15 more days.
How many times are we gonna touch the hot stove before we realize we're gonna burn our hand?
Well, you know the part 2 of the vaccine. Yeah.
15 more days.
Do you know about the vaccine that they came out with now? Not only it's going to be a 2-stage vaccine, but you'll still have to wear a mask after you get the vaccine.
Makes
So what
sense.
the
It's
fuck's
not
the
a
point?
vaccine then.
No, it's not. I'm telling you, it's sterilization. It's just like Utopia, bro. It's a sterilization through its controlled population control, eugenics 101, whatever you want to call it, 2021 agenda, whatever that is, it's called. I'm telling you, that's exactly what it is. They just want to limit the people on this planet because we don't have enough resources to continue existing because we're producing like rabbits.
And
So, the motherfucker with 19 kids upstairs.
They're also chemtrailing hard as a motherfucker again right now.
You ain't
Real
kidding.
hard.
And the great reset, right? That's what everyone's talking about. Trudeau comes out.
For me, it's these things that are happening with no vote, with no anything, whether it's the geoengineering of chemtrails or
hang on. Before we get sciencey.
Yeah, we're in the Big Brother complete state of Big Brother is watching every single movement in your car, where you got off the throughway, full geo tracking now. It just the switch is flipped, Sal.
Okay, so here now, listen. I've got hit in the head with a lot of Mexicans and Japanese guys, so maybe my science isn't really up. Sometimes I get a little cloudy. Sometimes I get fucked up. Can any of you guys maybe tell me what does the limit of 5 people in your home for the holidays and no singing or dancing? What does that have to do with COVID? Where's the connection? Am I missing that?
Those are the red flags in the tells. Those are it right there.
Let me explain something to you.
No, when the Greeks got to dance, they got to put their arms around each other.
No.
Each other, and they look right, and that's I seen.
But then they break all the dishes. There's no germs.
But look, here's the deal.
Dancing is
there is no holiday in a Greek household with only 5 people. That is fictitious within itself. Okay. Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, man.
So what I'm saying is this: the reason why
these kids are gonna have to eat outside, and they're like, "Sorry, we gotta fucking go."
Listen,
you guys are outside.
The reason why we can't sing or dance is because when we sing and dance, it attracts the COVID into the house like a mating ritual.
But only after 10 o'clock, right?
Well, listen, it's 10 o'clock in New York, but at the same time, then it becomes 10 o'clock in the central states, and then it becomes 10 o'clock, and then we have daylight savings time.
You guys want to get heat on Stevie right here? Stevie, tell about your great moment here at the fire department awards.
My wife is always very proud of me, and sometimes I don't realize I'm in an echoed room like a gymnasium. So we sat down to eat, and we take the masks off. And I already know where this is going. We stand up for the national anthem, and everybody puts their mask on. And then I turn around, and it stops. And it gets kind of loud, and then it gets very quiet, but you still think it's really loud when you say the words. So I went, oh, don't worry, everybody. The virus doesn't like heights. It doesn't. If you sit down, and it's allergic to food too. So don't worry about it. And then the look. Got the look. And I said during the raffle, if I win, I was going to go up and give an acceptance speech. Hey, here's the thing. Here's the thing with the singing, the dance. You could say this. All right, numbers. Where do you get the numbers from? Which, by the way, nobody's asking these follow-up questions. Where do you get the number 5? Where do you say 3 members in a household or whatever? The singing and the dancing, and even the eating, where you have to put the mask on in between bites, the Thanksgiving and the Christmas, these are bonding traditions. Well, much, I mean, there's the religious ones to an extent as well. So, but they bond people. They make people relax. They make people feel whatever it might be, more confident, like their life means something. And also, that's just straight up. Like it's prison. It's literally go out to the prison yard for an hour, then go back into your cell. They're literally doing that in Australia. You can go out for 1 hour of exercise per day, and you can't do that. And by the way, if you post anything on Facebook or anywhere else, we're coming to your house. How long until that happens?
Well, here's the other part with the highways. Oh, you wanted to go to Kentucky to visit somebody for Thanksgiving? When you get there, you're also going to be quarantined there. And after 14 days, we know, because if you come back, now we could fine you, do whatever, arrest you, question you, come in your house, take your guns, whatever it is we want to do, because you're breaking quarantine laws. I feel that this throughway gimmick, I know it's been in other states for a while, but now in the way things are going in such a downward spiral, this is going to be the tracker from state to state completely. And as soon as you get back and cross state lines, auto-generated quarantine letter is coming to your front door within 2 days. And fucking, they'll be by to check and make sure both cars are in the highway or in the driveway and that you're not leaving. That is what this shit is going to really be used for in a quick, short term way.
Why cut it off there? Why not say, well, hey, sir, you're buying a 25-pound turkey. That feeds at least 5 to 7 people. You can only have 5, so we're going to have to stop by on Thanksgiving and see how many people are at your house.
That's the freedom to fascism pizza call, where they know everything about you.
You know? Well, and here's my other thing, too. So all of these people that I'm hearing, you know, when I heard about this, I thought I was just fucking floored that no singing and dancing at your house during the holidays. They want you to just not do that at all. This is where I thought immediately, because then I work with a bunch of moms and they go, well, who's going to know? And I said, well, the minute you fucking park in front of your neighbor's house and they get a stick in their ass about it, the minute you fucking make a noise at 8 o'clock, 8:06, and they're like, well, I'm trying to go to bed. I got to get up in the morning for Black Friday. So now, who are they going to do? They're going to call and say, oh, this person has 10 people over their house.
Who was that person right there?
It could have been anybody. It could be any neighbor, any crotchety neighbor.
I think it was Mrs. Kravitz from Bewitched.
So, this is where we had talked about this before, how it was that whole ratting out your neighbor deal to get the better, you know. Now, this is just going to be a situation where your neighbor's going to be the one to rat you out the minute you piss them off. You can, I love my neighbors. My neighbors are great. They're good people. And the minute you park in front of their house, or the minute your brother-in-law's dog pisses on their azalea bush, now they're going to call and say, right? And then they're going to call and say, oh, these people have 12 people at the house. That's illegal, isn't it? And now I sent you guys the video of the fucking bar in Long Branch, New Jersey. The cops showed up because it was after 10 o'clock and people were drinking. And they were like, okay, we're wrapping up to leave. Nope, it's 10 o'clock. You guys got to be gone. Everybody pull out your IDs. And they detained everybody there. People were laughing and videotaping him. Like, are you fucking serious? And the cop was dead serious. He said, it's a mandate. This is a law now. There is a curfew because this is a state of emergency. And now Phillipsburg, New Jersey, state of emergency.
Yeah, for a fucking disease, a virus that has a 99.5% recovery rate. Come on, what state of emergency? This is ridiculous. It's all propaganda and fear mongering. It's all about control. And if people don't realize this, they're retarded. Sorry. Well, and that's the bottom line. And I hate to use the retarded word, but it is.
They are. Here's the thing too, like Sal's saying, this is very, very dangerous. This is 1984 or whatever movie you can think about snitching on people, even if they aren't doing anything and you do like them, the temptation of reward. California had it. I don't know if they still have it. You snitch on your neighbor, you get money. What if you get so desperate that you need money? And hey, I like Sally, he's a good neighbor and everything, but I can't eat. I can't eat. And now, whatever, toilet roll papers are like $60, or a hamburger meat or whatever is now, because of social distancing at meat packing plants. Now, if I want to feed my family, it's going to cost me 5, 6, 7 times more. Or if I don't stooge off one person a month, they're going to ding my UBI card. Dude, there's so many dangerous ways this can go. You might have a quota of people that you need to stooge off.
100%. I mean, what if it's full delivery? Like, you're not even allowed to go to the store when you're under quarantine because they mandate it that way. How far are you going to take these little insane pieces of thought based around a disease that we know is nothing more than a Trojan horse to sneak in more robbery of civil liberties to put us into a prison planet, pretty much InfoWars 101 of where we are now in this part 2 of the lockdown, dude. One fucking gimmick of toilet paper when there's a full roll, and we work our asses off to be able to spend our money on whatever the fuck we want to spend it on. And I got to listen to and fucking tell me one per fucking in your temple outside with the wrong, like,
I was gonna say, I find it adorable.
It's crazy what they're putting these.
Whatever.
Well, I went back and got the 16 afterwards.
But that's
like,
what I'm saying.
Just walked out.
Now those
Homer Simpson's out, walked right back in. Whoop, their Grandpa Simpson fucking came right back in.
Papadon did.
Yeah, they're starting that again. They're putting the signs up now. Before, and they're trying to say, okay, we're trying to prepare. So here's the thing, and this was brought up to me earlier. I'm not gonna pretend to steal this but my wife said to me, she goes, so they want to be prepared. They know flu season's coming up, so why wouldn't you prepare and have more supplies, have more toilet paper, have more things that people will not, no hoarding, no any of this shit. But that's what they want. They want people to freak out. They want people to be desperate. They want these people to fucking just crave for the normal things that you use in your life.
Can we flip it on them and say, don't be a retard, be a pretard, and get ahead of the situation, and we'll make it a proactive word. Now we're really doing 1984 double speak, double think, and reinventing words.
Well, hang on. Let me. I want to touch on something, because
I was a little pretarded this morning myself and getting extra toilet paper, but that was it.
This stuck with me big. So, ironically, one of the things I do, I work with special needs adults. So they, when I talk to these guys, we have our discussions every day. I help them with their employment. We talk about, what they do during the day, and et cetera, et cetera. Mm-hmm. To hear, and we are not allowed to talk about politics. And it's one of the things that we try to steer away from. These guys are they are the ones listening to the news. I literally had to talk someone down from panic, because a state of emergency has been laid down. And their comprehension level is the level of, oh my God, the people in charge are telling me we're fucked. And they're destroyed. They don't have, they don't have family, they don't have the support system. They aren't living on their own, and they are, they have deficiency, but they are following, they're trying to contribute to real life, and they're being kept from doing that by
they're getting all propaganda instead of being protected from it. Like the propaganda people aren't even thinking about what it could do to them inside of their fragility, or really they want it to crack them, to be honest with you. You're talking about it in a eugenics way.
Yeah, well, and the thing is, this is what I don't understand. All these people who they want to, there's a whole other side of life that people are talking about. Oh, well, Biden's doing this. We're going to get this guy to do this. Trump's going to do this. They don't understand. There's a whole other world that they keep saying, oh, we want everybody to be together. We want everybody to be together. But they're not. All they're doing is driving everybody apart. All they're doing is causing other people to, people that you say I want to help people with developmental needs. I really want to help them somehow. And all you're doing is making them afraid to live, making them afraid to want to go to work. They're afraid to go outside because now they have to worry about all of this shit that they don't understand. That, like, we can all sit here and go, it's bullshit. This sucks. Fuck them. Fuck this. They can't. They don't do that. They listen to the news for their information. And like that, it struck me today thinking about it, like, wow, like, because here we could sit and talk about this and we can work out our own shit and we can work out our issues. But like there's a whole group of people who have been ignored. And I'd like to put out, and this is just, they want to talk about raising up the minimum wage and all this other shit. That's going to happen. All the people who are working with, developmental needs and things like that, they're all fucked because they can only make so much to have their Social Security supplemented. And I'm not going to get into a whole financial discussion on this, but basically you're killing all of the guys who want to work, the guys who are excited to go out and contribute to the community and society. You're fucking them, but nobody cares about that. They aren't a political message. They're not Black Lives Matters. They're not gay, lesbian, transgender, Hispanic, Eskimo, fucking rocket scientists, neurosurgeon, runway models. They are just, those are the people who were ignored. They weren't on a political platform of any kind. You talk about healthcare and all the other shit. Those guys are ignored.
It's amazing. It's amazing too that some politician, even sleazy, from a PR Noble Edge effect type thing,
right,
hasn't looked and said, "This is my cause. I'm going to be the candidate that is the voice for these people."
And I'm sorry to lead balloon this, but like, it just.
What you're sorry for? You're showing this is a great point you're putting forward. Don't apologize for this at all.
It fucking annoyed the fuck out of me because yeah, I didn't know what else to do. Because here, I'm like, oh, Wednesday, it's appropriate. We're going to go talk about this shit tonight. And the person here I am to help is going home and sitting in their fucking apartment with their head in their hands, freaking out, wondering if they're going to live another week. Because to them, COVID is a person who could knock on the door and kill you. I mean, like, COVID will knock on your door and just murder you in the middle of the night.
Serious question, Sal. I know that with the pandemic, for people that can comprehend what's going on, suicide from depression and panic is a big deal. And is that something in this demographic even more so a thing to worry about?
It's something we have to keep an eye on because there is an uptake with I'm trying to how to delicately put it. Everything could be fine, and one thing can trigger it.
They're very fragile right now.
You have to check in every day. You have to, hey, what's going on, man? And nothing's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Everything's happy but you got to keep checking in because literally one thing heard on the news, one thing read in the paper, one thing said at work from water cooler talk. Somebody hears it and that's it. It's like, it's that their whole day, their whole week, their whole month is fucked. The big thing now is I want to go see my daughter. I want to see my son. I want to go see my cousin, my sister, anybody. Should I go? Like now should you? And the answer is
next thing.
The answer you have to give them is you have to weigh out your options, risk versus reward, and you have to make your own decision. I can't flavor either side, as opposed to saying go, don't go. And there's a lot of misunderstanding. But again, news is really the mainstream media, and I don't want to. I'm not trying to make this the platform, but the mainstream media shit is really fucking pathetic, and I want to see them all fucking burn because their garbage is not just hurting people mentally. It's fucking people's lives up, and I fucking hate them, and I want to see them fucking dead, all of them.
It's no difference than an abuser mentally messing up somebody they're abusing and giving them Stockholm syndrome. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah.
No different.
No, that's a great point, GGP. This one got it fucked up too from the Horseman chat. Thank you for that, Sal. DC Council approves bill allowing children to get vaccines without parents' consent. This is in the Washington Post. A bill passed by the DC Council on Tuesday would allow children as young as 11 to obtain vaccinations without their parents' consent. Under the legislation, if a doctor determines that a minor is incapable of informed consent, they would be able to seek government recommended vaccinations their parents object to on religious grounds. They could also get vaccinated against the human papillomavirus, which is recommended for older children, but they opposed by some parents because the virus is sexually transmitted and they object to their teenagers having sex. The bill, which was approved 12-1, requires that the doctor send vaccination records in such cases into a child's school rather than to the parents and seek compensation directly from the insurance company without involving the parents. The idea for the legislation was born out of the measles outbreaks in the United States last year, but the council member Vincent C. Gray, District Ward 7 or Democrat of Ward 7, who shepherded it to passage as a chair of the health committee, said the hope of an imminent corona vaccine gave the bill new urgency.
I wonder if Jenny McCarthy's involved in that. I wonder if she's going to say no.
I mean, we're just drawing lines in the sand for the state to do what? Empower an 11-year-old to end around his religious zealot parents to get vaccinated, and then the school can bill the insurance company so the school can make more money.
Why not, dude? You're allowed to talk about getting your sex change when you're 9. Why not?
5. So even at 5.
Here's what it is. Here's the setup. In 4th grade, they can ask the kids, you want to get this vaccination so you guys can make sure you can go out on the playground and play freely so you don't have to wear your masks for COVID? Yeah, we'll all get it. They'll line them up down the hallway. Each kid will fucking make a little mark next to it and sign in. Make sure you sign in, everybody. Okay, I got to sign in. Inoculate them all. There's 300 kids, and all that insurance money goes straight back to the school on a kayfabe, and the parents never had to sign shit. How many times do you think that scam's going to fucking be pulled globally? Globally. Wow, what a fucking setup. GGP, 11-year-olds making decisions.
It is the world we live in today, unfortunately, is a very fucked up place. The fact that you can bypass a parent to give a kid a shot is ridiculous. A child is under the parents' tutelage and guidance until they're 18 years old. Hell, they're even under their parents' insurance till they're 26. So I don't understand the premise of this. I think it's just, like you said, just to make more scuttle and to get their agenda pushed. If we get the kids, fuck the parents type of scenario.
Well, it's to break up the family structure too.
Of course, absolutely. And the fact that children are allowed to get sex changes before they're 18 years old, in my opinion, should be illegal. And I don't care if I catch heat from this. A child's mind is very fragile. One day they want to be unicorns or dinosaurs. The next day they want to be a doctor or a lawyer. If you want to make a sound decision like that, that's going to affect you for the rest of your life, there's no turning back. You know what I'm saying? You change your sex, or you become one of these transgender individuals, then do it after mind is fully developed and you can make a conscious decision. I mean, 18 years old, you have the right to vote. That's when you should make in my opinion, the chance where you can either want to be a boy or girl.
What?
And if you
sorry, I just got to stop you for a minute because I don't disagree with maybe some of the things you're saying, but I'm about to be put into I'm electing to be and hopeful to do a podcast with an improviser that I knew originally, before transition as a boy. And then I came back and saw them like 4 years later where they were kind of in the midst of it. You know what I mean? Where dressing like a woman and starting to that, and then is now post-op and operates fully as their new persona. And I don't know the fucking rules on how to engage in this shit. And that's how the fucking...
There's no rules. Still the same person you knew before. The only thing now,
their
pronouns,
all that kind of shit, and that's what it's going to be about how do I open my mind and not say no to things, but at the same time, I'm going to say what I got to say of what I think are ridiculous things that are hurting their movement just to fucking make people feel a certain way.
Well, listen,
we can find some common ground in between. I wanted to put that out there because I think
no.
You have some interesting points of like, how do we operate in this new fucking thing?
I'm not against someone transitioning.
I get it.
Look, you want to be a girl if you're a guy. If you're a girl, you want to be a guy. Whatever. Who am I to tell you what makes you happy? I don't have the right. It's your body. It's your life. You handle it. As long as you're not hurting anybody else, more power to you. But here's the deal. You should be able to make such a drastic decision when you're a right sound mind and body. A 7-year-old kid is not right sound mind or body because they're influenced by what they see, and they're influenced by outside forces, whether it's school, whether it's television, whether it's their parents, whatever it may be. So I personally feel that's a form of child abuse. If the parents are trying to inflict this, because growing up, how many girls do we know that were tomboys?
Well, I was going to say, you know what? I was going to put that in the same perspective, GGP. How many girls right now, women, okay? How many moms? I'm going to put it that way. How many soccer moms do we know now who I experimented in college that girls were hot, and now they will never talk about that shit, okay? Because they thought that's what they needed to do. They thought that's how I wanted this thing. Guys suck. I just want to eat pussy. And now that's gone. They have 4 kids, and
what
they
soccer
never
games
talk
are you
about
going
the times.
to?
I say, what?
Take it easy.
Who
Take it easy.
Who is she?
No wonder they locked Jersey down. There's a lot of fucking wild people there.
No, I'm saying, but these back in the day when they were in college, these were the ones who, I'm a lesbian. I am a militant lesbian. Back in the 90s, guys, come on. You know, all the fucking the Birkenstocks and the fucking flannels. All these chicks with shaved heads. They're lesbians.
Just
and now
described Raven.
He's a lesbian. But now all these girls in college who I'm taking feminine studies. I'm a lesbian. Oh, hardcore. Now they're soccer moms and they have 4 kids and they don't talk about that time in their lives. Because the kid will find one Polaroid up in the attic and go, Mom, who the fuck is this dude? And they'll be like, yeah, leave it alone. They don't know what they want back then either. It was a transition point in their life where they were trying different shit. That's what you do in life. You discover things you want to try.
Trial and error.
Exactly. I could name probably 3 guys in this chat room who are like, oh, I suck dick. So what? I'm not gay now. But, it's just one of those things. It's not
Armand,
I
Vaush and
wasn't going to
French.
name them. I just said I could name them.
Maybe that's what Billy Ray was warning you about, to stay away from.
Yeah. Sal, what was your favorite Lilith fair? What year was your favorite one?
All I remember, I was so drunk. All I remember is the one with the chick with the non-shaved armpits. She came out, and I was like, "Woo,
Ani DeFranco,
take your top off!" And they threw fucking cans at me and stuff. It was horrible. I had to leave.
Is this a segue for the concert vaccine?
Yeah, right. It's going into it. Speaking of chicks on the thirst, Pope Francis Instagram account, Stevie, appears he's liking Insta-hoes on there. A bikini model has claimed Pope Francis' Instagram account liked a racy photo of her dressed in stockings and suspenders. Classic look. Natalia Garibaldo, 27, the Pontiff's verified Francisca's account was among the 133,000 that liked an image of her standing at a school locker with a white crop top and a skirt barely reaching her behind. My mom may hate me ass pics, but the Pope be double tapping the Brazilian. Well, I don't know if she's Brazilian now. That was a terrible Brazilian. I didn't see that before. The Brazilian joked about Barstool Sports, which he also claimed to have seen the apparent papal seal of approval before it was removed. BRB, on my way to the Vatican, Garabato joked with her new Twitter followers with a prayer emoji. At least I'm going to heaven, she joked. The like is no longer there, and it's not clear if Francis controls his own account. But the news of the apparent scrolling sparked a slew of devilish reactions and jokes. God created that ass, just appreciating the Lord's work as he should, one of the model's followers wrote. And my man's just admiring God's creation. Leave him alone. It just means your ass is divine. So, Stevie, I'm surprised she was at a locker, school boy, school girl. I thought maybe they'd be dressed as a Boy Scout. What do you got to say for your man?
For my man?
Yeah, go. You got to get your man, dude. Go. Their boys out here wilding out on Instagram.
No,
I think it's a work to cover up so he doesn't. They don't stay. They'll see the Pope likes chicks. He's not one of those kids.
Of course, I like a chick. So what do you think? I'm a fake or something?
I'm not a fanuka.
I'm not a fanuka. You fucking look at the tits on that bitch, huh?
You know what? Here's the deal, as Biden would say.
Oh, come on.
Every
man.
time GGP and I turn around, by the way, it's a Catholic religion. There's such a thing as being a Christian. There's the Catholics, the Vatican,
Alliance.
Those are ones that have the secret archives. Those are the ones that have the Lucifer telescope. They're the ones that obviously have an island, not the Epstein Island, but they might be buying that one soon. Who knows?
Probably
that's
cheap.
where they
Probably cheap now. You can probably get it cheap.
I mean, if you know the right people, you don't even have to pay for it. Epstein did. Yeah. I don't know. These people aren't doing us any favors popping up.
You damn right they got the island. That's where I get it laid from. I got all the bitches there.
Yeah,
What is
dude.
the Pope doing on Instagram, by the way, in the first place?
Look, what am I going to do when I'm not jerking off? There's nothing I can go. I can't go nowhere. Huh? It's a fucking COVID.
You think he's sitting in that big fucking serpentine room with his own jerking off cell?
I think he is. He's fucking whacking it, and he's like, "Oh, Instagram, look at this bitch, huh? Fucking yeah, like that."
What are you doing over there?
Oh my god, that's what happened. He was butt fucking the kid who runs his Instagram thing, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you like that?" And he goes, "Okay, I like that one." And now he's in trouble.
Baby,
now it makes sense. Tony, come on, you like that? You like it? That okay? I like it. I guess if you want, it's a weird chick.
Can we talk about Oak Island?
Yeah, we can. They found 2 coins.
No, I don't mean that. I'll never mean that. I never mean it.
There was a terrible spot on the first episode because they're having to deal with COVID, so they were quarantined. So there was all that part of the story. But they went down one of the
quarantine from who? Isn't the island empty? Is it like there are like 7 people on the island?
No, from all the discoveries, they've been quarantined from those.
from where they had a quarantine 14 days so they could go to the site, but they had a team already there, and they went down one of the shaft holes there, and they saw what they thought was gold, like in the walls where they had dug straight down, and like 177 feet. So they send a diver down after the camera, and it's pretty close. They're like, there it is right there. He's like, I don't know if I really see it. And he starts chipping away, and like a coin-sized piece of this metallic, it ended up being quartz, but like you see, he goes to reach for it. It goes right through his hand down to the fucking end of the shaft.
Oh, you fucking blew the spot, jerk off.
I was like, oh, dude, I would put that on Botchamania this week. Like, oh, no.
What a dick.
Holy fuck the spot, bro. But then he brought up some other shit. It was like a reflective quartz that they had seen in there. Instead, it looked like gold, but who knows? Yeah, they didn't find shit. But then ways.
Oh, imagine that.
They found a whole nother fucking like thing in the woods that was man-made structure into a new tunnel, mine shaft, whatever. And they found some coins from 1600 there. So who the fuck knows, man?
Yeah. You know, that man-made shaft was made with the 2 weeks they were hiding up in the cabin being quarantined. Come on, fuck out.
Well, you'd want to talk about man-made shafts in the woods. 90,000 Boy Scouts have levied allegations. Well, there's 90,000 allegations. It could be like 5 kids and just a lot of Scoutmasters. 90,000 allegations.
One hell of a train.
Against the Boy Scouts. That kid got his Eagles badge.
He got his Eagles spread badge.
Stevie, you know how to make a fire in the woods. What do you think about the Boy Scouts fucking little kids?
Oh, I'm sure they won't be sponsored by Battle Box right about now, or Pocket Box, or any other boxes we have. They don't seem to like boxes all.
Oh, you stole my line.
By the way, the Girl Scouts wanted in on the Boy Scouts not too long ago, right?
Because they wanted to get laid.
Yeah, they heard about
allegedly. Stop it.
I want to get my balloon knot tying badge.
Oh, dude! I mean, what is going down right now, GGP? The Pope is liking these thoughts. Shout out to Pocket Box.
Anything good? I want to see the blade. What blade you get?
I got a wool blanket in here. I got
not going to replace the FDR one.
Also got a big lantern, propane lantern here.
Yeah, but it's not green.
It is green. It's inside. That's the case.
Oh,
does it charge your ring?
You can't.
What
survive.
blade did you give you a blade with it?
Yeah, I do have a knife. I have a knife. That's why I put the G3 together.
Knife. That's all I want to see.
Does it have a compass on it?
There's
a compass in this box. There's a little compass on the zipper.
No, I know on the knife.
Where's the knife, sir?
Hey, which one?
The one you got in the box.
There's none. It's not in the box.
What's in the box? What's in the box?
I'll be right back.
Oh, he's angry.
Got him. And our final story before we get to the Conspiracy Horsemen mailbag, Giuliani, you might have heard of him, says Trump campaign has had enough evidence to overturn the election.
So do it already.
Yeah, that's a side piece. But I also wanted to look at General Flynn, retweeted by Lynn Wood, was sent to us, I think, by Agner. But at General Flynn, Jen Flynn, real Donald Trump, the best is yet to come. God bless and protect all this Rudy Giuliani, Sidney Powell. So hashtag dark to light, hashtag fight back. And that was on a retweet of vote fraud. If the generals are kind of backing up, holy
now
shit.
That's a knife.
That's a Rambo 3.
That's Rambo. That's fucking 1986 Rambo knife.
That's
Rambo.
Rambo.
One of them right here.
Full tang or is it a hollow?
This is the Rambo box from Alpha Outpost. It has all Rambo stuff. I have the Prime one, which has an Optimus Prime Autobot logo on the backpack and everything. But that's the Rambo knife. It even has the Rambo patch.
Nice. Is it a hollow handle?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got all the shit in it.
They break if you hit bone, they'll break because they don't have the fucking full tank.
I just broke.
It's got the little first aid kit right in here with you actually can stitch up from it.
After you cut yourself fucking around with the knife.
I almost cut my leg with it just now. So there we go. I'm doing good. There we go.
Yeah, take that out of there and just put liquor in the handle. That's the way to go. Joint.
Pretty much, and then throw it.
My wife is watching me to make sure this goes.
Oh man, yeah, I wouldn't want to fucking.
You ever see Rock and Roller?
Guy Ritchie? They're not on the porch anymore. That's for sure.
You ever see the movie Rock and Roller with Guy Ritchie? No,
no.
Then you won't get the joke I'm about to say. So never mind.
All right. What do we think about General Flynn? So that was exposed new proof on why I'm certain Trump will win. From Lynn Wood, a pundit. With let's see,
wasn't he banging Lady J in the G.I. Joe movie?
It's attorney L. Lynn Wood, 468,000 followers from @FightBackLaw, World Blocked. So we're talking generals and lawyers coming out backing each other up to put over Trump in this thing. If there's going to be now, is Antifa and them going to fucking start, or whatever social movement going to start turning on generals? Fuck that general. They don't know.
Let that happen.
How's that gonna work for you, buddy? Fuck. Let's play. Fuck that general.
One of the funniest things I've heard are the people saying, oh well, Antifa's going to come against these people and this people, and it's like, okay, but here's the problem, man. You guys have your safe space and your fucking special pronouns. These guys have guns. They have guns and weapons.
No, they don't have guns. They have fully automatic weapons.
They have weapons.
You have guns. You have guns. They have fucking infinite rounds and shit you don't even know about yet, bro.
Well, listen. Let me just chime in on this. I just want to say something before I forget. This whole thing with Trump and his lawyers and Giuliani and General Flynn.
Oh, that was such a New York Giuliani. It fucking popped me. I had to stop right there.
What? Giuliani is.
He's
anyway.
Like, yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Fucking anyway. So anyway, like I was saying, with Giuliani and his lawyers and all this stuff that's going on right now, they say they got evidence. They come out. God bless this, Patriots that, this, that, and the other, right? We're going to take them down. We're going to win. We're going to take them down. It's coming big. This is the same fucking spot that QAnon has been doing for the last 3 fucking years, and nothing has happened. Hold on. Okay. Yep, but on the flip side, to play devil's advocate here, before the election, why did Joe Biden have on retainer 4,000 lawyers ready to go? Why? That's right there showing his hand that he was expecting either some shady business was going to happen, and then you have the witch over his shoulder saying, do not concede. Whatever you do not concede. A week before the election, did they know something was going to go down? Is he preparing himself because he knows they're going to get busted with their hands in the cookie jar with all these, who knows? But there is circumstantial evidence on both sides. If you look at it from a 10,000-foot view, that shows there's a lot of shady business going on. So,
I think the difference between QAnon posts and Giuliani going live and saying this shit is that Giuliani knows he will be put up and pulled out on the carpet to prove it. This isn't I got to go dig on the internet to find this out and see if it's.
You're going to get belly blocked. If not, you're going to get.
Yeah, but here's the deal. What happened in Pennsylvania? The law firm that was representing Trump bounced. Right? So now Pennsylvania is a dead issue after allegedly all these votes were counted without with the law broken, the actual law broken without representatives from the Republican watching them. So right then and there, the actual law that was granted by a court of law, which is in the Constitution, was broken. But that doesn't matter. We can break the law as long as the state turns blue. It's okay. But if it was on the flip side and we weren't letting Democrats look at the ballots, forget about it. There'd be riots and TVs would be missing and all this stuff. But that's what I'm saying. The facts are right in front of us and no one cares. You know what I'm saying? So now they're saying, oh, we have evidence. This chick, the lawyer, Lynn, whatever her name is, Lynn Wood, we have evidence to take it down and show that Trump won the election. Wholeheartedly, he was the winner. Giuliani, we have evidence. He is the winner. Well, guess what? They had evidence of a laptop that they said belonged to Hunter Biden. And the timestamps in the laptop and all the information in the laptop was only privy to certain individuals within an inner circle of the Biden campaign and the Biden family. And they had the lawyer from the Biden family asked for the laptop back, and the signature matched Hunter Biden's signature, but that got dismissed by the mainstream media, and it was a nothing to see here scenario. What's not to change? That's what I'm saying.
Real Plugger just brought it up. There's a ton of fucking Biden signs in the Bronx, though, guy.
So there's a bunch of Yankee hats and Timberlands too. What do you want me to tell you? I mean, it's the Bronx. All I'm saying is that all the circumstantial evidence that exists, they keep saying there is. Well, fuck, if there is, then let's go with it. It's been a week already. What are you waiting for? Fucking Planet X to come? Come on.
Oh, I'm waiting for that. That's what I'm rooting for.
I'm hoping. Please take us all out. Take us out.
So, that's if you want to talk about whatever part of what even Billy Ray's talking about in the psyop of what's going on, General Flynn and obviously this attorney are, got some stuff cooking up. Who knows what's the silver-haired dude on that went to jail?
Roger Stone.
Roger Stone has got to be working on something deep cover on the incognito tip, So there's definitely spin. What do they have? Do you think, Stevie, that they really do have something, real evidence, hard evidence of, instead of these hearsay and small things, the Dominion piece? I'm really not even up on that fully. I've been producing so much. If anybody wants to smart me up to what's going on there.
Dominion is a software that is used in all these states that are having issues. And it's all a coincidence, but we know better than anybody else. There's no such thing as coincidences in this world, right?
Brand new video at Russo Brand. Stevie Ray says the same exact thing. Nothing happens by accident. Go ahead, buddy.
And then what happens is this software, there was a glitch in the software allegedly where it flipped votes from Trump to Biden in all these states. So now they're trying to, and it's a Canadian company that allegedly has ties to people in the Biden campaign, where the CFO or one of the shareholders is related to this one, is his cousin's former roommate, whatever. But there's some kind of degrees of separation within the Biden camp and within the Biden people who are associated with Biden very closely. So they're saying that this was done intentionally to flip these 6 states. Who knows? All I know is that if there's 1% of shady business, then everything should get thrown out and we should do this whole election over again from scratch.
I'm with you. Yep.
So yep. I don't know. I don't understand what the issue is. You have a law set in place by the court in Pennsylvania. They break the law. They're still counting the votes. That's 20 electoral votes in one state. That's a big swing, swing. Then you have the other 5 fucking states. Yes, I did it.
Fuck. Jesus Christ.
Right. Then you had I had to bring some light to this fucking dreary fucking topic. Then you have the other 5 states where now they find in Georgia there were votes that were for Trump that weren't counted in one county. Like it's like thousands of votes. Well, if it's happening in one county where they're not counting Trump votes, how do we know it's not happening in the other counties? So this is what I'm saying. If there's 1% of marginal error that occurred, 1% of fictitious shenanigans, then throw it all out. And if Biden and Trump are man enough to just sit back and shut up and let the election take its toll, let's redo the entire election. It'd probably be quicker than what the scenario we're in now. But what do I know?
Right. No, go ahead, Stevie.
Here's the thing with this. Of course, there was tampering. Of course, there was shady business. And then there was the grassroots stuff, the street teams, all that stuff. Yeah, on every level, this thing is completely messed up. They even said in 2012 with Obama versus Mitt Romney that election switched, that flipped. And if you want to watch a really good movie that's kind of predictive programming, Man of the Year with Robin Williams, where the same exact thing, flipping votes to get the satire TV host in as president, and there was a glitch in the software. It's so amazing that's kind of what we're looking at right here. Here's my theory. Of course, on the Biden side, and of course on all these different things, mostly all of that, if not all of it, is true about Hunter Biden, China, all these different things. The reason why Trump didn't lock up Hillary, like he said he would in that debate, the reason why he hasn't, quote, drained the swamp, is because he has skeletons in his closet too. Everybody has information on everybody. So that's why we never see anybody make a move on anybody else. That's why Biden's saying, I'm not going to lock Trump up. Let's just go. And he creates this position, office of the president-elect. And it sounds official, just like the Federal Reserve sounds like a government institution. It sounds official. And the media is doubling, tripling, quadrupling down to just say, just concede. Let's move on with our life. Every passive aggressive thing to make people just be so exhausted. Fine. Biden's the president. Let's just go on with you know what I mean? That's what people are doing right now. Us being workers, when you sell that much for something you claim is that you're innocent of, you're 110% guilty, because you're trying to then it's going to be the Joy Bear thing. about 9/11. Well, that was a long time ago. That's
Another
like one of the
Yenta. She
most
needs her
egregious
fucking head
lines
ripped off.
ever. What's that?
She needs her head ripped off by a fucking
But I'm
animal.
saying that's your mainstream media. If I could sum it up in one thing, this is the media you trust. All these channels, no matter if it's Fox, CNN, or whatever it is. Joy Behar, when she was brought up to say we should really look into 9/11 and find the truth, her answer was, that was a long time ago. That I didn't know there's a statute of
So is your fucking
limitations.
career, you twat.
3,000 people die and there's a statute of limitations to find out the truth. But that's to me that really does tell the entire story of what we're looking at today.
Terribly, it does. Sal, in Ultimate Human Fight League, what animal would you pick to fight Joy Behar in Steel Cage?
You know what? Something so simple and so adorable, a chimpanzee, and I'd make him wear a little top hat and like little round John Lennon glasses, and then it would rip her fucking Yenta face off and eat it.
All right.
You know what's more dangerous than that is Odin when he doesn't get fed 2 hours after I get up.
That's it. I mean,
The chimpanzee would not do the damage this little ginger cat would do.
one-eyed motherfucker will put it to you, man. Well, anyway, she gets her face clawed off. We're down with. Man. To the Conspiracy Horsemen mailbag we go, gentlemen.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We have one of those?
Yeah, we still do.
Gender neutral messaging system. I think we call it.
General neutral messaging system. That's right. That's the spam here. Well, we'll go in order, I guess. From Eric Ciarmella. Hey, Ben, if you do another 9/11 show, it'd be cool to get Scott Horton on to talk about different views of 9/11 and then send a bunch of pictures of
What was that?
me.
Did you get triggered? What happened?
Me?
Yeah,
I get triggered?
like you're going, well, if you do another 9/11.
Yeah, I did get triggered. I'm going to show you why. I got to show you why. Because he fucking did a bunch of Photoshops that popped me, but I was not ready to fucking see them.
Scott Flash Norton from the NWO.
I know him. Good dude.
Where is it? All these weird Photoshops of me.
What?
Braun as Braun as with Alexa.
Is that culture? Is that culture vulture?
Me choking out Naya. Okay, all right.
What's the one where I like the one? What are we outside doing in that one?
What are we
Okay,
doing?
Fab, you're a Gmail guy. What are you doing?
What do you mean? I'm a Gmail. I don't give a shit. Hacker Hameen at
All right,
Gmail.
don't get hot.
The Horseman at Gmail.
What are we doing outside here? What's that? Is that us or is that Dreamer?
Oh, it's me. It's me as Mark McGuire, and you as no, it's
who is the other guy?
Diener. I think it looks like
Wow,
Diener.
that's this guy just up there. Now we found the B12 supply line to Florida.
Is that Brian Jack?
Mark McGuire and Cody Dean are hanging out, I guess, and who knows what the fuck that one is? I have no idea. But both sponsored by Stevie Richards Fitness. Here's me yesterday morning in the mirror doing good work, feeling good out there on it.
Usually on the sink there's a syringe. This isn't a gym though.
No, that's not it. Stop screen. Too weird. Yeah, so that's why I popped Sal.
That was I popped big for that because you were saying, like, if you ever do another 9/11 show at 9. I was like, oh shit.
Hey, I got an idea. How about we get the head of architects and engineers? Oh wait, we did that already. Sorry. I mean, why not? We can get Force Ghost Bin Laden, Osama Bin Laden on the show too. We can get,
try. I'll put in a request. From Lawrence Ray. Are you Lawrence Ray? Hey, hey Ben and Horseman. Love your show. Long-ish time listener here. Have you ever looked in the Alex Jones claims, Sal, about
Jones, yeah.
He wants to smoke a joint with you.
His butterflies, get butterflies in my stomach. I don't get them from GGP. I don't get them from Stevie, but I get them from Joe Rogan.
He also wants to know if we've seen about the chemicals in the water turning the frogs gay. This YouTuber did a 3-month research and deeper dive into the whole claim. It's amazing how shifty the government has been. It's a legit conspiracy theory. Check it out. Additionally, heard you guys chatting about cryptocurrency. GGP's overall principle isn't necessarily wrong, but his understanding of how Bitcoin works and other cryptos is definitely wrong. And cryptocurrency, as a cryptocurrency professional, I'd be happy to point him in the right direction or to talk to him about it and explain it.
Well, what did I say that was wrong? All I said that I feel that the cryptocurrency market is a beta test by the Federal Reserve or the central banking system to where they're getting all the kinks out, and that people are getting false hope that they can actually have free money that's not controlled by the central banks of the world. And that when it does happen, they'll drop their own digital currency. They'll, overtake the market because they run the world. So how are you going to tell me I'm wrong? That's just an opinion.
You're wrong, guy. Come on, guy. You're wrong.
Listen,
wrong.
I know.
You got me wrong.
I know how chain blocks and Bitcoin and Ethereum and Chainlink and all that stuff works. I've done my research. I just stated my opinion that there's no way that they let a leader, Gaddafi, in Africa, who's starting a gold-backed currency, get assassinated because it was putting pressure on the petrodollar and a fiat currency that we call the US dollar. Same thing with Saddam Hussein accepting payment for oil in euros, so they took him out, but they can't find out who's in charge of Bitcoin, and they're going to let Bitcoin roll to challenge the US dollar as far as the most greatest currency that people can use. Come on, sunshine. Let's face it. They don't want competition. They are their own competition. So what's a better way to weed out the kinks with something new than have a soft opening, work out all the bugs, all the scenarios that may occur with any shady biz, if you will, and then when everything is all 100 proof, boom, drop the hammer. Here comes the Federal Reserve currency, whatever it's called, that's going to take the place of Bitcoin or whatever as far as digital currency goes, and they rule that market too. It's called good booking. Anyway, that's just my opinion.
To be honest with you, I'm kind of retarded.
Well played. Boy Scouts had a soft opening.
The Boy Scouts had a soft opening. Is that code word?
Thank you, GGP. Charles P. Lindstrom hits us up and says, Vaush. Hey, guys, love the show. Been listening to the Vaush debates recently, and I would love to hear one of you guys debate him or have him on the show. I think it would be a great conversation. Here's a link to his YouTube below. He's a socialist leftist. Keep up the good work, guys. Phil, I'm not really familiar. You guys
No, that guy was on Tim Pool, and supposedly he made some very controversial videos and content about legal age and stuff. Like, there was a lot of blowback because I was watching Tim Pool, and yeah, I remember that name Vaush. Had him on, and they said that he was a very not controversial in our way, but more so like the stuff he was saying was very most of the heat he got was saying something about the legal age of, and pedophilia and shit like that.
So pretty much I want to tap dance on his windpipe and not debate him is what you're saying.
I have to look up his stuff here. Let's see what is it.
For our last one, you might have heard of this AI program, might have it downloaded onto your phone. Brent Logan, supposedly the end of the AI known as Brent Logan. Hey guys, I was talking to my friend in France, and she's talked to me about what's happening there right now. She said from tomorrow it's illegal to film police. Drones will be in a permanent standard of surveillance. They cannot borrow or buy books. Kids were given color-coded maps for safe and free countries. Kids are doing terror attack drills at school, and kids are being led into school by police. Just thought I'd let you know. Cheers, you cunts, Brent. I mean, we've seen it in schoolwork, all this, pre-thinking, conditioning. Again, the state conditioning your kids outside of the home. Meanwhile, even because when they're home, who knows what's going on. Otherwise, they think they're losing control, so they're going to speed up their end as well.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Koala. What was he saying?
Well,
I'm
that's
kidding,
that's
I'm
the
kidding,
whole.
I'm kidding.
We got into that last time with the. Remember the guy was like so super chill about the guy getting his wife was getting arrested.
Hey, mate, leave
You're not allowed to do it now.
leave my
Now-
wife
now-
alone. She's pregnant. No. What?
He's like, come on, guy, just give it a break. She's pregnant now, and then they're going through this whole thing. But now it's illegal to film them. Them's the rules.
I didn't bring that up.
No, it's good. I mean, how far are we going to push this dystopian future? I mean, and it's at breakneck speed when they want to get things done here, and they're just constantly doing other guys. And now we have entered phase whatever, color code whatever. I've heard yellow, purple, red. Fucking, we're right back to fucking 9/11 with the color codes and all this bullshit terror threat, dude. It's madness. And will there be anything? We saw whatever they wanted to show us with a couple of Antifa douches getting beat down by Proud Boys in DC. But guess what? The snow is here, and fucking that shit's going to get put on hold. They're going to blame it on flu season, and they're going to go straight to death numbers in the next couple of weeks to really kill Christmas. You want to do the war on Christmas, there'll never be a bigger war on Christmas than this year.
Let me ask you: you guys think this would be going down, trying to cancel a Muslim holiday?
They're going to tell them they can't go walk, do the Mecca walk this year without social distancing.
Well, I figured I'd ask you because you would know.
I haven't heard anything yet. We're waiting for some Saturnalia discounts, so we're going to see which way things go that way. Yeah, guys. Hopefully, JonBenet Ramsey reaches out as well. I really give a shit about at this point. If we can get on track with that kind of stuff, we don't got to worry about crypto or going into the crypt, man. GGP, you got any prospects to do anything, or is everything just shut down on your end right now, bud?
Besides doing the JOB to the family every day, let's see. I got a booking on 12/5 in Jersey for Super Crazy Pro Wrestling. Picked it up today.
Mexican?
It's going to be myself versus ACH versus Black G's. A three-way dance, I was told. I don't know if card subjects change. That's what I know. It's on December 5th.
Right.
We had NFO last night. We interviewed Steven Stanton, who is the voice actor for Admiral Raddus, Tarkin in the Clone Wars and in Rebels, Old Man Kenobi in Rebels, and many other characters that he's voiced throughout Star Wars. So we actually broke the episode into two parts. So it's going to be two shows that we're dropping. Reason why is because we didn't want to give the guy any heat. He was really cool. We didn't want him catching heat with everything that we did after we dismissed him, because he only could have been on for like an hour, where we went into our beliefs and whatever we feel regarding Star Wars. So we didn't want him to catch heat from Disney, and we want him to come back and stuff like that. So it was really cool, man. He was a big wrestling fan. He grew up in Tampa. He used to go to there and watch Dusty and all everyone back in Georgia Championship Wrestling and Championship Wrestling for Tampa and all that stuff. So it was really cool.
Awesome, man. Great for you guys.
Quick question, GGP. Matt Brockway wants to know, where in Jersey is your high Mexican wrestling?
Super Crazy Wrestling is, hold on, I'll let you know. 1 second, please.
You can go to prowrestlingtees.com/GreekGodPapadon.
Deptford, New Jersey.
Deptford.
1030 Delsey Drive, Unit 4W, Deptford, New Jersey.
That's a guy's
Was it a
apartment.
storage counter?
I have no idea, dude. It's
extra Fruit of the Loom underwear and some baby oil, and you can get some better oil.
It's apartment wrestling.
Yeah, we got to take those bookings where we can get them. Book him up. Yeah, man. Stevie, you gonna come in at a higher price for that show or no?
I'm retired. I'm done. Although I am flying to Utah in January if I'm allowed to. But they said I couldn't fly, but I just said I'm the president-elect. So, and I have an office. This is the office of the president-elect behind me. There's my vice president, Odin. There is my Speaker of the House right there, drunk, just like Nancy Pelosi. Look at that.
She's been on that ice cream pretty heavy.
This cat has got to be 30 pounds. We're trying. We're doing our best. That's it. That's all I got going on. I'm just living the life of retired lockdown victim. That's all I am.
Pre-tired.
Well, you're still
Pre-tired.
inspiring every morning on your we're pre-tired. We're every morning on your YouTube channel with the wake up show, and that's
the competition. This is the morning wake.
That's right.
The wakey show is another one too in Australia. Coming out of Australia.
I'll tell you what, you want to get woken up in the morning, a Rambo 3 knife to your throat will do it. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm. I'll probably have one eventually as I wake in bed. Don't shut up when you go to the awards ceremony. Don't say another word. The morning warm up. I was pretty fired up today because YouTube is playing their games. They say that my positive message where I talk about tragedy, the tragedy of being bullied, but yet still being alive today is a tragedy. Also sensitive content, also positive message falls under harmful material, not suitable for all advertisers, demonetized. These are the ones that are. So today it was fuck you YouTube, and that didn't get demonetized. Yeah,
Well,
I had 7 in Madden today. I made up for it.
I also just got the email that YouTube updated their terms of services.
Yep.
About facial recognition, and I was going through it because I said, we're going to come on the show, and I'm sure Stevie's been fucked by all of this at some point.
I mean, they're gonna pre-tax it as royalties. Anything that comes out now, without spelling it out, does that mean I have to get taxed again on it when it comes out, or no? Because they took it out as royalties, and now I can just fucking take mine, and they're gonna send me what form? I don't know. So there's a bunch of crazy bullshit right now.
Of course, you're gonna get taxed twice because, dude, there's a big list. We've shared it before, and it's all over social media, at least for now. The big list of everything you get taxed for. Off your income, and then even after you pass away, after your retirement that you're paying taxes on, you'll end up paying taxes again. And then when you pass away, your children are going to have to pay tax off your estate to get the money. It never ends. And what do they do with it? I mean, who has ever
bulletproof glasses?
Yeah. The very famous Dave Ramsey line, if you don't listen to anything else, he goes, when has the government ever knocked on your door and said, I'm here to help you? When has that ever happened? And you will do all these things.
Well, I got the bullshit email, Stevie. Hey, we want you back for just $1. Sign up for Planet Fitness for the top program. After they fucked it. Well, fuck them forever. I can't wait to watch them go out of business. And Stevie Richards Fitness, keep climbing, keep growing. StevieRichardsFitness.com. Force Flex USA.
Force Flex USA. Enter code lockdown5.
ForceUSA.com. Use the code Stevie5.
I was like, Force Flex, isn't that the garbage bags?
When do you think prediction wise? When do you think you'll be outside Planet Fitness pissing on the sidewalk in front of there?
Probably
right on the door handle.
I'm probably gonna say March, second week in March. I think
please be wearing a mask though when you do it.
They're not going to be able to make it through January and February with no signups. That's their whole year is dependent on that. And they'll have at the end of February their meeting, and by March 13th they'll start closing down select ones. I will be taking a hot piss right on their front door.
You're going to film it and put it up? Phenomenally. I wonder if it's going to be fact checked.
I don't even give a shit because that to me was the cry for help before, they're done, dude. There's like 7 or 8 people there at a time. There's no way they can be staying open. It's impossible. So you guys got to get your own gym equipment, man. Force USA, use the code Stevie5. Everybody's doing it. Sale. I mean, if everybody's doing it, why wouldn't we want to do it?
Everybody should be doing it. And if you don't want, even if you don't want to get all that equipment, but you should, even if you don't use it, just get the fucking equipment and use Stevie 5. Get the SRF Fitness, get the bands, go to Stevie, go through the Amazon, his Amazon links and everything else that he does.
Look at him. He's so like,
just give him money. Just give him fucking money, please.
He just did the Chris Berman from Monday Night Football. He's like, look, I know.
I barely remember my own plugs, and I'm trying to plug for you.
I don't remember my plugs either. For fuck's sake. I do want to say this. I've, and this might sound to people like, oh my God, but I'm very proud to give the most detailed, and you guys have seen my reviews on gym equipment. They're not 5, 7, 8 minutes long, and they're not just one and done. This one on the Monster G3 is almost 40 minutes long, just because I cover not the entire workout, but all the little, I'm very tough but fair to the equipment. I want people, if you're going to spend thousands of dollars, even hundreds of dollars, you have to know what you're getting. You can't just have B-roll of just me doing a couple pull downs talking about it. I literally I went through the assembly, the delivery off the freight truck on the previous video, all the stuff that came with it, and then the initial assembly. And this one is a full week of use on the G3. And there are things I don't like about it. And there's things that aren't going to be for you, but there might be something up there that says, all right, that's the one I should get.
Did it take a shot at your head again like the last one did and try and get it shit in, or no?
I'm still in concussion protocol, not the AEW kind. That only took 60 seconds.
You're good. Get back in there.
Dude, that hit me so fucking. I took a back bump.
You were fucking like, I don't think I'm.
Wait, you bumped?
I did.
And
well, that's only
the
because an affiliate sale came through and I got paid for it.
It was all
He sold for the rack.
It was all a shoot. That's why. And you can catch the real shoot at twitch.tv/horror junkyard when it comes down to the best horror video games, the latest and updated and role-playing games in the social justice warrior scene and how that's influencing things. But
listen, you know what? Hang on one second. I'll fuck my plugs for right now. GGP, I want to know the Gina Carano thing. That's what's going on?
We went into this last night on the episode.
All right.
All the SJWs and snowflakes are trying to cancel Baby Yoda. Believe this, they're trying to cancel Baby Yoda because
he ate eggs of an imaginary race on an imaginary show.
It's an animatronic puppet who ate imaginary eggs of an imaginary character on an imaginary show, and people got upset. Then
of a non-existent race.
Of a non-existent race, right? The Geico lizard come to life, right? Then listen to this. Then they got upset. Feminists got upset with the last episode of The Mandalorian because Bo-Katan was wearing the Mandalorian armor and it's fitted armor, and they called it boob armor, and they got mad because she had to wear armor over her boobs.
Go fuck yourselves. Oh, you fucking cunts.
Let her get shot in the tits with a laser and see how she.
No, but if she gets shot in the tits, then it's not equal. Why the men got to wear armor and the women can't wear armor? You see, it's a fucking double-edged sword there. And then, like you said, Gina Carano posts that we should fix elections to where there is no fraud. We should work out all the kinks. We should have people vote with ID and all this stuff to prevent the situation that we're in now. And people jumped on her for tweeting that. And then she goes, "Oh, the Democrats want us to wear blindfolds on top of masks so we don't see all the shenanigans that's going on right now. As far as COVID goes, and people are trying to cancel her and get her fired from Disney Plus because she stated just opinions."
Well, no. You know what happened with the Twitter thing? They said about her pronouns, and she put bleep, blop, bloop instead of fucking her, his, she, whatever.
Listen.
She's like, I'm not doing that. And they fucking tried to cancel her. They wanted her off the show.
Look, all I'm saying is this. If we're going to do something, we have to do it all the time. We can't pick and choose when it fits our narrative to use certain scenarios. And what do I mean by that? Well, they're saying, well, we got to wear our mask because it's science. We got to follow the science. Well, then we have reports that are coming out that the masks don't work from scientific studies. Well, we got to follow the science. But then when it comes to pronouns, well, I am a woman, but I really have testicles because I relate to being a woman. Well, I'm a man, even though I have a vagina because I relate to being a man. Well, I'm a centipede because I relate to being a centipede. But what about follow the science? Look at the chromosomes, X and Y. It's biology. You can't just because you paid money and you got a set of tits, or you decide to choppy the pee-pee off and become a woman, doesn't make you a woman or a man. Genetically, you're still a man or a woman because of your chromosomes. Follow the science. We got to use the same rules across the board for everything. We can't pick and choose. Look, I'm not saying if you want to transition, I'm against it. No, but at the end of the day, you want to transition. Go ahead if that makes you happy. But if you're a man that became a woman, genetically you're still a man. You can't have a child. If you're a woman that became a man, you can't supply a woman with sperm because you can't produce it. You're still a woman genetically,
But then,
biologically.
Actually, using that logic, there are people with those bits who can't have children anyway. So
No, yeah, I agree with that.
Right.
But that's a scenario and a different story for another time. Because
right. I just want to know about Gina Carano, and I was willing to just cut through my bullshit.
Well, listen, Gina Carano can say whatever she wants because
exactly.
giggity.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yes.
Best set of plugs ever, right there.
I plug her every day and twice on Sunday.
Shout out to all titty armor, baby.
That's 30 seconds of our life.
Yeah. ProWrestlingTees.com/GreekGodPapadon/BWO/Stevie/SEG shirts. Twitch.tv/Conspiracy Horsemen. Twitch.tv/Horror Junkyard. Horror Junkyard at ProtonMail.com. The phone number is to call in and leave a voice message.
Oh, yeah. What's something? Whatever. Chuck, you're in the room. Just give me the fucking number. There it is. 207-261-0008. There we go.
Yeah, there it is, guys. I'll bring it up right here. Chuck's going to be over there having a good time as always. Whoop, one more time. There we are. Yo, man. Big
He's the
thing.
pilot of the show, huh?
Yeah. Honda pilot.
Thanks for checking out my interview, if you haven't already, with Joel Murray from last Friday, you guys, for his Whose Live Is It Anyways? That was a great get for me last minute in Hameen Media Group to do some fun stuff that way. And I was pleased to have that moment going into it. And then Mike Mondo and Serena Deeb joined us on the Monday Locker Room as a quick run-in as well.
Mondo! I spoke to him today.
Mike, hey, always good to see him, man. Shaky. And so hopefully Stevie, he'll be back tomorrow morning. I think he's going to rewatch Raw tonight, take some extra notes. He really wants to break it down and do an in-depth discussion on it on the Ultra Kayfabe version of the Friday Locker Room Thursday morning here at twitch.tv/Conspiracy Horsemen. I'll probably be right back after I take the Dogs of War out, take a leak to watch some AEW, play some jams, and keep it going here at Hameen Media Group. Patreon.com/Hameen Media Group for the Rip Rogers podcast. He'd tell us we're all fucking rotten infidels because this whole world has gone to hell, if you believe in that kind of thing, here at the Conspiracy Horsemen. YOLO.